Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be another update on Coen Kursk group build. Show you what I'm up to with that. A lot of progress made. This will probably be the penultimate update. I'll probably have one more and then a reveal video. Yeah, going great guns. The light's fading. I've been at work all day. Had loads of family stuff to do, so yeah, forgive me that the light's not great, so I'll try and make this quick. Got a lot to talk about, but I will do an August channel update soon, in the next couple of days, where I can go into more detail about stuff like that. Obviously a couple of things have happened in the community, and there's also loads of stuff popping at the moment that I'd like to talk about. Some products that I'd like to talk about, etc, etc. But like I say, this video will just focus on where I'm up to. I was going to say something there and I can't remember. Right, yes, so that's it, but I'll tell you at the end. Right, so without further ado, we'll have a quick look at where we're up to. So let me just spin the camera around. Okay guys, welcome back. Once again, please forgive my shaky camera work, and also please forgive the lack of lighting. Where are we up to? Right, let me just get a pointy thing and we will crack on. Alright, okie dokie. So, this is where we are at. We are basically 99% there with the actual construction and the painting. All of these things now are glued on. So we have this box over here, which, if I can make it focus, which I'm quite happy with. We have the tools. The tools still need a wash and a matte coat. The whole thing still needs a matte coat, and then I'm going to do another dusting. The tracks are on. If I can focus in there. There we go. The tracks are on. I'll talk about that later, in a little while, because they were an absolute nightmare. And I have tried to start applying the dust effects. It's quite, I wouldn't say subtle, but in this light it's just not great. Ooh, I'm knocking things off already. So here we can see at the back, I've used a bit of smoke, Tamiya smoke, just to make those grills pop a little bit more. Again, the light isn't really conducive. That's from the back. And if we turn it round, this is where we are this side. Ooh. So yeah, the wheels have been given a coat of dust. If I see how close we can zoom in here. Yes, they've been lightly chipped and a dust. Underneath there is, where were we? Up in here, there's a paste of dust, which actually came out, because I was quite worried about weathering in there, but this actually came out quite nicely. And there we have the tools and things. They again need a bit more work, but yeah. Oh, and then at the front we have the spare tracks. They were rusted first, painted burnt iron, with a rust wash, and while that rust wash was drying, stippling in some rust pigments, and then I've come along and put the dust effects on. Again, you can't really see the dust effects too clearly in this light. So yes, that is where we are at the moment, and I am relatively happy with that. I think that looks, for my first go at a 1/35th kit, for my first go at armour, I am fairly happy. Right, let me spin the camera back round and we'll have a look at, I'll have a chat and we'll have a look at some other stuff. Okay guys, that's where she's sitting at the moment. yeah, pretty happy actually. Pretty happy now that camo's dulled down a bit. I'm still going to take some of this life colour dust paint, thin it down loads, and airbrush on and build it up till I'm happy with the edge from the front, so it's as if the tank's driving through dust clouds, and give that an overall dusty finish that'll sort of settle into the recesses and everything like that. So that's where that is, nearly there. Still got the headlights to do, the hatch to weather, and we have Oscar here, look. So, I did just look, and I've completely forgotten. So in one of my videos, I said how this chap isn't tall enough to sit in the tank. I'd have to glue him to the turret by this hand. But then someone said, why not just make him taller? So that's what I did. All I've done there is get some sprue, double it up, sand it off nice and flat at the bottom, and now he sits perfectly with his hand just resting on the top. It looks a lot more realistic than it would have done had I tried to glue him. There are a couple of seams where his arms are. See if this will focus in. There are a couple of seams I need to sort out, and then it's on to painting for this chap, which I am not looking forward to. I've also had to butcher his feet to make him fit into the turret. But because I had nothing for painting figures, because I don't do it, never done it before, this will be another first. I was going to get the life colour painting faces set, but I thought I might not like painting figures. I might really suck at it, and it's about £18, I believe. So I thought I'll pop into my local Games Workshop, because it's the only sort of hobby shop we have left. And the guys in there were very friendly, and they suggested this range. So we have a dark flesh tone as the base. Then we have a secondary tone there. And, oh, I've done that the wrong way around, I think. Yes, so that's the secondary one. So that, going down to that. So base, first highlights. Oh, that does look quite dark. So I might mix probably base, mix of this and this, second base, first highlights, second highlights, and then an ink wash here, nice and thin, to put on for the wash just to make it all pop. And that was £9, yeah, £9, 2 pence or something daft. So we'll see how I get on with those. And yeah, that's where I'm at. This guy, headlights, hatch, oh, and obviously, and the helmet for the headlamp. Yeah, there we go. Oh, now I haven't done, you know I've not done tanks before, so trying to get the tracks on was an absolute nightmare. Oh, it was horrible. Painted them was fine, burnt iron, washed them with the AK track wash, fine. Pigments, fine. But because they're the rubber band style tracks, getting them to, they were just long enough, that was okay. They sit nicely, they sit where they should sit. I'm happy with it now. But super glue, didn't work. Normal Tamiya glue, didn't work. My favourite glue in the whole world, didn't work. This stuff didn't work, and I didn't try this stuff because it wouldn't have worked. So what did I do? I did what I should have done in the first place. Followed the instructions. It tells me exactly what to do. Here. You're meant to flatten it where the tracks join. There is some extra space. They pop through and they sit proud. So you take a screwdriver, you heat it up, and you push them down. Easy peasy. It worked beautifully. I used a tea light and a little tiny screwdriver out of my DIY set, and I just let that sit next to the flame till it was lovely and hot, and then touched it down on all 4 of the rivets. Stuck fast, and it's worked a treat. So my tip: don't try and glue rubber band tracks. It just makes a mess. Little screwdriver, tea light, weld it. Beautiful. But we live and learn. We live and learn. Right guys, I've rambled enough. The light's going. I am getting a new lighting set up soon for my birthday. One of them posh 3-bulb things that Paul's got. Cannot wait. But anyway, until then, from the dark dales of Derbyshire, I'll see you soon. Alright, thanks for watching guys. See you next time.